When I was in high school, I was not a popular kid at all. I was a skinny ginger kid that played the trumpet, went to band camp, practiced magic, and made juggling videos on YouTube. That's the kind of kid I was. So I think it's fair to say that I was not popular with the ladies. I was terrified to talk to girls at all times. In fact, the very first girlfriend I ever had, I never even kissed because I was too scared that if I leant in to kiss my own girlfriend that she might reject me. My second girlfriend, I did kiss. I know. However, like the situation from when it happened, like I was still in this stage of life where I was just terrified of girls. Absolutely terrified. I remember I was sitting on the couch next to my girlfriend at the time. I was probably like 14, 15 maybe. And I was just so scared of getting rejected all the time. And we're sitting there and literally like on the TV, there is a couple kissing. And I'm thinking, brother, why? Like it's making my life so difficult. Like there's like this tension in the air and I'm just so nervous the entire time that whatever I do, she's gonna be like, oh, what the heck? Like, what are you doing? Like, get away from me. And it's not a nice feeling, you know? And then I leaned in and gave her like the tiniest little peck. Like it was like pathetic. But for me, I just thought like I was the biggest champ in the world. Like I thought I had run an Ironman 10 times. I thought I was the biggest champ in the world at the time. But looking back, like there's so many things I've learned about trying to find love as a young man, especially wanting a girlfriend, wanting to find that connection with someone. Especially like I understand, especially as someone that when I was younger during my high school days and a little bit beyond, I was not a confident guy in the slightest. It made me think about like, what advice would I give to my younger self which would have really helped in those moments during those years where I was looking for a girlfriend and I wanted that connection with a girl. And so here's a few things that come to mind. First and foremost, if you think for yourself, what do I look for in a girl? What does she look like? What physical traits does she have? What personality traits does she have as well? Is she interested in certain hobbies, which I'm interested in? Does she have any skills which I admire? How does she hold herself? How does she carry herself in the world? How does she interact with other people around her? These are the kind of things which you're kind of looking at when you're deciding, is this person right for me? Is this someone I want to approach or that I would like to have in my life in some capacity? So if that's how we approach our decision making for what we want in a girlfriend, you then have to kind of flip that in reverse and say, okay, well, I can then safely assume that that's what girls are doing when they're looking for a boyfriend. Because if you want a girlfriend, what you actually have to do is you have to become desirable. It's not necessarily about what you want all the time. Because who are you to deserve a girlfriend? What do you have to offer to the world? What kind of person are you? Because that's what the girls are going to be looking for. So it's not just a matter of, oh, I'm just going to go out there and choose which girl I want to be mine and then try and sweep her off her feet. Brother, how are you going to sweep her off her feet? Doing what? Why would she want you to be her boyfriend? Why would she want that? Ask yourself, look in the mirror. What do I have to offer? So start to think about it like that. What kind of value do you have? Because that is what the girl's going to be looking for. And that's what's going to determine whether you get the girl that you want or not. And if you look at yourself and you say, well, I don't really look after myself physically. I don't go to the gym. I haven't had a haircut in 3 months. I don't really use deodorant. I don't have any dress sense. I don't even really know what to wear fashion-wise. My mum dresses me, she takes me to Kmart and buys me clothes. Brother, if that's what you're working with, then don't expect to make any grand moves as far as getting closer to finding a girlfriend. Now, it's not to say that you're a bad bloke or that you're useless or anything, like not at all. It just means that you have a lot of room to grow and a lot of things that you could potentially be working on, which will move you one step closer to that overarching goal. So if you just spend a lot of time hanging out with the boys or watching porn or, you know, maybe you're drinking alcohol, you're smoking, like whatever it is, and like you've got no goals in life, you've got no aspirations, you're kind of just seeing what the boys do and just kind of like lingering on with them, you're not exactly a desirable person, in my opinion. But it also is a good thing because it means that you have a lot of things that you could potentially improve on, which will really help. So think about, what is the kind of guy that deserves a girl like that? What does he look like? What does this guy do? How does he dress? How does he talk to women? And when you start to get a bit of an idea of what that guy might look like, make your best assumption, because you don't completely know, but make your best assumption. Don't fake it till you make it necessarily. Start to realize that you might be further away from that type of person than you think, and then start to put the things in place which might get you closer to that kind of person. And you also have to ask yourself, are you going for the right type of girl? Because it's very easy to get lost in what you're looking for in a partner and a girlfriend. Because certainly when you're younger and you're in high school, like the main thing you look at is like, are they physically attractive? Like that's it. It's like caveman brain. Oh, she's sexy. That's it, you know, like, and if that's what you're chasing, you just have to be a little bit cautious about what you're actually going to receive once you get there, because it might not be everything that you hope. Because there's so much more to girls than the way they look. You might be attracted to them, but if you have no common interests, no shared interests or hobbies, then you're not going to get very far. You have to find the person interesting. You have to. It's just part of it. So if you need help with your confidence to try and get a girlfriend, or perhaps you want to help articulate yourself a little clearer and communicate better, both of those are going to be fantastic and push you in the right direction as far as getting a girlfriend. So watch either of these two videos just here. One on confidence, one on communication. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.